Okay, well, thank you very much. Our next session is on creative industries. I'm very happy to welcome Doris Fong, who's head of our creative industry sector at InvestHK, and also Tania Lau, who is Senior Director of Marketing and Communications at Verizon Media Hong Kong. Verizon Media is home to media, technology, and communication brands that nearly 900 million people across the world enjoy every day. These include brands such as Yahoo, TechCrunch, Engadget, AOL, Riot, and HuffPost, to mention but a few. The title of the talk today is on leading through the new normal, digital insights and actions. Over to you, Doris.
Thank you, Casey. So hello, everyone. And in the next 30 minutes, I'm so pleased to host this session on creative industries with the topic of leading through the new normal, digital insights and actions. We often talk about the new normal, but what exactly is the new normal? What has changed, and what are the changes in consumers' behaviors, and what actions companies or startups need to take in order to ride over the storm? So today we have Tania to share with us her insights of the digital trends and that emerged during this COVID-19 period, and what are the opportunities that follows. So more introduction about our speaker today. Tania is the Senior Director of Marketing and Communication of Verizon Media, and she oversees the company's branding, PR strategies, and marketing programs, and also took on the regional marketing role and deliver regional projects across APAC. Tania's outstanding performance has helped her achieve prominence in the Hong Kong MA TVB Distinguished Marketing Leadership Awards in 2015, and with the Hong Kong MA Professional Manager designation in 2016 as well. She is the first internet marketing professional to have won this exceptional individual recognition in 30 years. So please give a warm welcome to Tania.
Thank you so much, Doris.
Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, and good afternoon, everyone. It's truly an honor for me to partake in this festival today, and thank you very much for having me today. So to start with, the next 20 minutes will be a coaster ride, because I had prepared a lot of insights to share every one of you, no matter you're startups, entrepreneurs, or marketers, brand owners. So let's start our journey. So as we had talked about, maybe I would just give a little bit background of our company, because when we talk about Yahoo, is already a domestic name for the past 25 years, and in 2016, actually, Yahoo was being acquired by our mother company right now, Verizon. Verizon is Fortune 20 company in the world, and is also a truly global company. And when we're talking about Verizon, there are three key, very crucial business units under Verizon. We have the consumer group, which is the #1 wireless company in the US. They are serving more than 100 million customer subscribers in the US now. And the second one is the business unit. Of course, they are keeping, the enterprises, governments, and also the education organizations together. And Verizon Media is where I am. Is a global media and technology company. We're serving close to 1 billion customers around the world. And when we're speaking about the Verizon Media advantage, actually is a powerful combination of, actionable insights and measurement from our diverse and unique insights, and we put to use in the connected channels and in a truly brand safe environment there. So to speak, is our customers, our clients, or our partners can tap into, our this big ecosystem right there, to connect with the consumers at scale, and also very efficiently and effectively. As we talk about it at Verizon Media, we are building audiences in a truly brand safe and connected environments, and under a premium house of media brands there, like Yahoo and Engadget, TechCrunch, and also we have premium partners like MSN, Apple. We also do, video streaming for big mega events or temples around the world like Super Bowl. And we had owned a full stack ad platform that have the world's leading publishers and advertisers on the platform. So, in a nutshell, we are an ecosystem, a very unique, powerful ecosystem. We serve both the B2C experiences and also the B2B offerings together, where in the intersection, we uniquely connect our content to our commerce. So I think a lot of speakers had talked about the crisis. About it. I think in the past few months, the world's been upside down. It's been dramatically changed. Things been literally changing on a daily basis, and the consumer behavior has been disrupted. Online media consumption has been disrupted, and our users is being pushed to use digital for shopping, for even exercises. I mean, sporting. So I think as marketers or as a startuper, we need to actually adapt to the new normal there. To provide a summary of the crisis, I think this gives you all the 6 facets here. When we're talking about, the economic outlook or our industry, we're talking about the ad spend. Obviously, there's a negative impact on the GDP and also on the ad spend, for lasting for at least 2 to 3 quarters right there. But at the same time, when we're talking about, public sentiment towards this crisis, from all the insights from the research report, we found that Chinese are more, actually more optimistic in, the overcoming this COVID crisis right there when comparing to other countries like, North America or European countries. And also through this crisis, we found that there's a couple of technology, new normal technology, or the new infrastructure was being introduced, like the cloud, the edge computing, the contactless services. All this development was being, catalyzed all of a sudden, during this crisis. And the last thing this facet is very important, is in time of crisis, people are truly looking for trusted content, because during this crisis, the predicament of fake news is everywhere and is intolerable. So we know that people are truly, want to consume content that's from a trusted platform there. And in the next, few slides, that will be, I had prepared a lot of insights to share with you, with all of you. It's from our Verizon Media internal insights, and also from the third-party researchers' insights as well. And no questions that online media consumption surge, boom, during the crisis, especially in video, in short video, in the smart TV, OTT, and online music. And also there's a dramatic, another boom as well, a dramatic increase in the time span of times, the media consumption, and also in terms of the utility apps, for example, like the fitness apps, the shopping apps, the self-care apps, self-learning apps. From our Verizon internal insights in terms of the purchase receipts and also the media consumption, we see that not only the media consumption was being disrupted, there's actually a new behavior of consumers being emerged. So, in the old normal, all those categories like you like the outdoor entertainment, outdoor events, travel, holidays, all these categories were gone. And then we see people are actually focused, these are, the shopping behavior. People are focused on the essentials. They even have them stockpiled, for example, like toilet paper, like the F&B, right? The medical, all these categories was, we see a really dramatic, uplift right there. And people prepare their homes for, really long extended stay. So they will, focus a lot of categories purchase in even the gardening, home and gardening right there. We see also there's a huge uplift right there. and they look to keep themselves occupied. So when we look into the purchase receipts, the category like books or the video gaming, or even the indoor exercising equipments were being having a big uplift. While the non-essentials, just like the luxury, the fashion, or the shoes, were out of favor for a while. Actually, I think it gives every one of us an opportunity to learn and to, to pick up a new passion points. And from our insights, we see there's a big pickup in category like hobbies, in creative arts. There's 82% growth year on year in these category. So when we back a little bit, when we reassess our priorities and behaviors right there, if Doris asked me if whether any of these new normal behaviors or new normal habits will stick, I would say that this is from the research. 82% of respondents say that their behavior already changed and will stick there. So they will spend more time cooking. All the way after, even after crisis, they will spend more time, on e-commerce shopping for sure, and they might be spend less time, doing the in-store visits right there. So, and I think we talk about this from our insights, our, both Yahoo and HuffPost, there's a surge there in media consumption till now. Consumers are truly want to seek information that they can trust right there. And this is just sharing with you all, from the China recovery insights. We learned from that, people actually adopting some new digital behaviors during this time. More than 80% of Chinese users, they become first-time users of these online services, such as the online medical consultation or the online self-learning, online education, or even the online exercising. So this is the unprecedented moments, crisis management, how you can move quickly, being flexible, or connecting with human. I think this is, all these things are more important than before. But what does that mean to every one of you as a startup, as a marketers, as a brand owners right there? So with this in mind, I just want to share some of our thoughts from our company, that how we can lead this through the new normal with these 3 points here. Number one is we need to have a very profound understanding why the crisis had catalyzed the digital transformation, and we need to understand the consumer needs right there. Secondly, flexibility and simplicity is the core. I think this is a very important success factors there. And the third, of course, I think humanity, connecting with humanity, with empathy is also a top core, one of the key points right here. I think we had enough insights right there. I just want to bring up this point when we're going into the, all these 3 points there, understanding why, pandemics transform, disrupt the entire digital industry. We had enough insights to talk about it. Verizon Media had seen, not only on mobile, across screens, actually, we see there's a revival in desktop because people are staying at home, and we see across the board both mobile or a connected TV or the desktop. The volumes of media consumption was boom. It's just totally exploded during this period, and when people ask about whether brands need to, halt all their ad spend right now, I just want to share one of the, consumer insights that actually consumers really want to continue to connect with the brands. They want to hear more, the brand presence. They want to hear more with them, to connect with them. So 86% of the consumers actually, they support the brands continue to run, promotions or marketing campaigns or keep their brand presence during this time, even in crisis. But of course, you need to pick the right signals to do the right, campaigns right there. So this is just to let everyone know at Verizon Media how we categorize our advertisers during crisis. Simply put, there are 3 different buckets right there. The very first one, of course, is the winning categories. That is the the advertisers that in the totally in the growth environment is not only of the demand, but also is the value to the society, to the community. There are valuable categories right there, such as the gaming industry, the video industry that we are talking about. Another categories, of course, is another extreme, is another polar there, is the failing categories. Things like, the events all canceled, no longer having holidays. So all these categories, they need to rethink to pick the right signals when they can make a comeback, in a very strategic way. They need to think how to pivot in order, to make a strategic comeback. And the third categories is kind of in between. Their goods or their services are not in need, but they are not on a growth or recession type because the behaviors are being disrupted. So they need to pivot their strategies in order to meet the new consumer needs and meet the new normal right there. So the second point that we talk about, this is crucial, flexibility and simplicity. And I think these 2 success factors, even pre-crisis or post-crisis, I think all the startups or entrepreneurs or the brand owners, marketers should embrace there, and especially for the marketers or brand owners, they need to embrace the flexibility and simplicity during this time, especially because that makes them to move quick. And if they can ensemble that, they can win in the market fully. So like flexibility and in the next 2 cases, I have actually prepared 2 cases, success cases from Verizon Media, which they are the winning cases during the COVID period. Buffalo Wild Wings, they had flexibly, change their campaign, pivot their campaign right there, and programmatically to pivot their messaging and ride on full stack of advertising platform to help them to to pivot their strategies. Instead of dining experiences, because of COVID, all their restaurants are being closed down. They have pivoted their messaging to take out, delivery. But how they do that? Because of the flexibility and simplicity that they embrace there, they actually, through this cases, the success cases, they have 7 times. 7 times, search in the return on ad spend right there, because they are doing, picking the right signals, doing the right messaging, and flexibly picking the right channels to engage with their consumers. And another example, this is my favorite one from our Verizon Media UK. They totally just like Start Me Up Hong Kong virtual event today. They actually turned there because all the fashion events are all gone. So they flexibly and also they do it really quick, efficiently to turn it into a VR event where it's borderless. In the past, the fashion event can only, you can only fly to UK to watch it. But this time, this is too global. This is a borderless, first time virtual immersive fashion event there. So with all these examples, how we are working. So what does this mean to our advertisers, to our brand owners, to businesses? This is how we are approaching work with our partners today. So as I said, we need to study the consumer needs. We need to understand, from the data, from the insights, from all the signals, we need to understand the consumer needs to pivot our strategies. The next one is we need to ask how relevant, your brand is in this moment. And the next one is, what is the most timely solution for your businesses or for advertisers? And with all these questions asked, you can pivot quickly and effectively there. And the next few slides is just showcasing how Verizon Media is not just during the crisis. We are not just focusing on money or revenue. Actually, the key stakeholders that we are holding true to us is humanity, the connection. So our first priority is actually to the society and also to our employees as well. So these two just showcasing we're making substantial donations in supporting the fight of COVID, and also we're leveraging the vast network, our strength right there. This is one of the Pay It Forward. It's a 2-month Pay It Forward charity online virtual event. We engage a lot of top entertainers like Alicia Keys or Ali Billish to engage with our consumers while they are stay at home, but at the same time, we're supporting the small businesses as well. This is an APAC case where the Tokyo Rainbow Pride was being canceled during that time, and our HuffPost is just flexibly and turn it, the LGBTQ event into a virtual one, so that our users can have the free platform to engage with the global audiences, to share their stories, to share their experiences. So this is the last slide that I would like to talk about. I think at Verizon Media, or throughout this crisis, with all these insights, I will summarize with this point. I love this framework a lot. How a marketer or how startuper to look at the crisis right now. Maximize today and accelerate tomorrow. Maximizing today, as I said, we need to understand, the daily changing, ever-changing consumer needs right now, because the crisis is still going on, and we need to execute with flexibility and also simplicity there. While accelerating tomorrow, we are talking about how we position ourselves so that you can set yourself for the future right there. Creativity, human connection is very important. And also as a business, how you focus on your key stakeholders, like your employees, your customers, your users. This is also top important. And the last one, this is the last note. I hope to leave this video with you all. This is produced by one of our top most innovative team. The name is Riot. The Riot team is also one of our agency brand. Their specialization is how they turn, content innovation, the AR, VR, immersive experiences into storytelling. I hope you guys enjoy the video right there, and then we can have the Q&A with Doris. Thank you.
Connectivity really is at the heart of a lot of what we do at the Riot 5G stage. I took some of the technology we developed for the Star Wars project and worked with Micah and the AWS team to put that into the cloud. This allowed us to collaborate in real time on this project from home.
Taking creative ideas from prototyping an initial concept all the way to production and then finishing it off has been so challenging in digital production. What we've done today is using our real-time tool sets from the 5G stage and combining it with decentralizing technology that we've built recently. We're able to do all those things from home. So somebody on one end of LA can be doing body capture, performance capture, while somebody like me on this end of town can be viewing it and giving notes. And we can cohesively do that as a team and build the production all from our homes. We're only accelerating this and making it much more elegant and much easier for teams across the world to work and to contribute to a proper production. Remote production is important because, you know what, let's face it, this is going to be the new normal for a long time.
So thank you very much, Tania, for your very interesting and insightful presentation. I think for many of us, we've often talked about the new normal, and we understand the new behavior is not going to go away very soon. And many of our industry, creative industries clients, actually, they can take advantage of these changes as well, because one thing that we've learned to be able to ride over the storm is to be very agile. And I think for startup companies, they can be more agile, maybe much more than really big corporation. But one thing I want to, because of the time limits, and I'm sure our audience have a lot of questions, but maybe some key takeaways that, Tania, you can give to our startups, entrepreneurs. How can they take advantage of these opportunities arising from the epidemic?
Thank you, Doris, for the question. I think, as I mentioned in my presentation there, for the very top line highlights, there are 3 points that I think the entrepreneurs, or as a startup, they should embrace, in the new normal right there. The very first one is they need to have you deepen their understanding, to look into the the insights, the data, the trends right there, in order to understand the ever evolving consumer needs there. Even in the new normal, as a media company, I think we really it's really out of our hand. If you ask me, what's the next disruption in the consumer behavior, I can't tell you there, because that the changes is literally happening every day. But then I think, as a startup or entrepreneur, as I said, flexibility and simplicity. How you simplify your operation when you operationalize your business process, or your product development. If you can, embrace this, these two buzzwords maybe, seems very, very broad, but I think, to a global media company like Verizon Media, we take this as our, top of mind right there. How you can agilely, turn your adversity into opportunity. I think this is very, very important. So that's why understanding the consumer needs, understanding the trends and insights there is more than important than ever. I think in the past, as a marketer, I would look into the insights, but not as much as now. Is like, very overflooding there, but then it's a must. We need to understand that. And the third points that I think I will advise our startups or entrepreneurs is about humanity, the human connections. Because of this crisis, I think people connections is again more important than ever before. If your business is or your product or your services is right on to to serve the humanity, the humanization in the new normal, I think that will be a winning path for the startup.
Yes, very correct, because we want to stay connected with our clients. It's not always about getting projects from them. But maybe one final question, because I only have 2 minutes left. I know Verizon Media also work with a lot of startups. Can you tell us how you work with them, and in what way you are looking for different kinds of startups to maybe to work together in the future?
Thank you, Doris, for giving me this commercial time. Actually,
we have a lot of startups that wants to work with you maybe in the future. So yes, please let us know.
Thank you very much. And actually, Verizon Media or Yahoo or Engadget or TechCrunch, we are open to, welcome and open to discuss with startups, how we can leverage the, our technology or our media platform there, and help our startups to outreach, to the world. And I think the very first one that I have top of mind is, because this is a happening case, locally in Hong Kong, Verizon Media, we're already engaging one of the incubators that specialize in AR, VR activation production. We are engaging that incubator into our, into our in-house project, and also our advertisers projects as well. So let me just take this 1 minute to just encourage all the startups. If you have any ideation that related, especially because that's our big bet as well. We truly believe, as Riot's video just showcased, the remote production, the extended reality, under the 5G network. We believe that that's the the future of media. That's the future of content innovation. So if you are in that area, please come to me. I will leave my contact with Doris for sure. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Tania, and thank you very much, every one of you, no matter whether you are in Hong Kong or from the rest of the world. Stay tuned. We have more interesting discussion to come up. Thank you.